The rookie Caitlin Clark had a memorable season, breaking records, while Angel Reese's season was shortened by injury. She had to witness her long-standing competitor claim the Rookie of the Year award while she stood on the sidelines. The Chicago Sky standout is returning to the court with a renewed determination to leave a lasting impact in the upcoming season. Is Caitlin Clark concerned about this? Perhaps she is closely monitoring the situation. After Reese's video showcasing her skilled form while practicing three-pointers gained widespread attention, CC reached out to her former Iowa teammate and close friend, Jada Gyamfi. While the connection between these two occurrences may be coincidental, certain fans have begun to speculate. The fan-uploaded video was titled that Angel Reese dagger 3 in the WNBA Finals gonna hit like CRCK. Despite shooting only 18.8% from beyond the arc last season, Reese made 3 of her 16 attempts. In a contrasting gesture, the Indiana Fever guard showed support for Gyamfi on Instagram following a standout play during Iowa's 94-57 victory against Toledo. During the game, Gyamfi successfully made a challenging layup amidst a crowded defense, which Clark captured and shared on her social media platform. She wrote in the Instagram story. Gyamfi recently shared the story with the caption "Let's get in the lab 22." It is well known that CC has consistently shown unwavering support for her friends, whether through social media encouragement or commemorating their achievements. Even as she ascends to fame in Indiana, she remains grounded in her roots. Is the public display a festive tribute to her friend, or does it carry a deeper significance? The two athletes drafted in 2024 have transitioned from standout players in women's college basketball to prominent figures in the WNBA. Their rivalry first gained attention during the 2023 NCAA championship game, and intensified when they clashed again in the 2024 Elite Eight. This rivalry spilled over into their WNBA rookie seasons, where they were selected as the 1st and 7th overall picks, attracting significant media coverage. Both basketball players made a substantial contribution. However, with Reese out of commission, CC may have taken the lead by achieving milestones as Reese focused on recuperating. Initially, both were considered strong candidates for Rookie of the Year, but Fever's 22 ultimately claimed the title. Therefore, the alumna from the Tigers will need to demonstrate their capabilities extensively in the upcoming year. Her adept handling of early practice sessions demonstrates her strong grasp of the subject matter. During the 2023 NCAA championship in college, Reese delivered the decisive blow in their rivalry by leading LSU to their inaugural national title victory over Clark's Hawkeye. The game's intensity left a lasting impression, as did the bold gestures of the Sky forward. Following LSU's win, she taunted the former Hawkeyes star with a well-known gesture "You can't see me," a move that Clark had popularized. She proceeded to gesture towards her ring finger, signaling to all observers who held the position. The internet was abuzz with excitement. "My life was completely transformed by that game," Reese shared with Wall Street Journal magazine during a recent interview. Despite the challenges, the competition among athletes has remained friendly and healthy. The Sky star has expressed interest in partnering with CC in the future. As Caitlin Clark concludes her months of dedicated golf training, the recurring question remains, will the Roddy join the inaugural season of Unrivaled? According to reports, the standout player was being offered a contract resembling that of Lionel Messi. The Indiana Fever star did not provide a definitive response. As per Clark's most recent updates, she elaborated on her upcoming off-season plans. However, was she implying that she was disregarding Unrivaled? During a conversation with Golf Channel on Wednesday, the question was posed to the Fever's number 22 about her experience of removing the jersey and starting fresh in the off-season. Clark shared that while feeling great, the former Iowa student-athlete has a variety of plans for the off-season. However, I still find myself incredibly occupied with various tasks and responsibilities. I need to complete tasks that have been neglected during the basketball season. I do not believe that I have a significant amount of free time available. I am currently occupied with various tasks and responsibilities. I prefer to maintain a regular exercise regimen. I have thoroughly enjoyed the experience. It has been quite enjoyable, expressed Clark. This marked Clark's initial lengthy respite in several months. Upon departing from the NCAA, the Iowa Hawkeyes successfully reached the championship finale of the tournament. In April, she was occupied with the WNBA 2024 draft, where she was selected as the number 1 pick by the Indiana Fever. The Olympics provided her with a much-needed respite after months of non-stop basketball, a feeling she welcomed even more when her team was knocked out of the playoffs. There were high hopes that she would secure a spot on the Unrivaled team. When the Indiana Fever parted ways with head coach Christy Sides, basketball operations president Kelly Krauskopf made it clear that the decision was made with the goal of maximizing talent and bringing a WNBA championship back to Indiana. Following the hiring of Stephanie White, She expressed confidence in Krauskopf's vision during a press conference in early November, stating the future is bright and our aim is to add another banner to Gainbridge. More recently, Clark expressed her support for Indiana's plans during a Pro-Am appearance. Last year, we successfully achieved our goal of making it to the playoffs. Our goal is to become a contender for the championship. We are in the process of assembling the pieces and are optimistic about successfully completing the task. It is anticipated that with the addition of some free agents, the organization, city, and fans will be filled with excitement. I am eager to return to the field. Clark expressed her desire for a game the following day, conveying her confidence in the former Connecticut Sun coach and exuding optimism for the upcoming season. Reports indicate that Clark was offered $1 million by the league, featuring Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. In addition, they offered her equity, bonuses, and a share of revenue generated from media rights. Additionally, the brainchild of Stewie and Fee recently secured signings for her friends Kate Martin and Lexie Hall, while also increasing the player capacity from 30 to 36. This further led to increased speculation. Nonetheless, she appears to be prioritizing the selection of a new head coach and preparing for the upcoming year. WNBA standout Caitlin Clark exhibited potential in multiple sports prior to choosing basketball as her focus. Caitlin Clark made a remarkable impact in her first season in the WNBA, earning Rookie of the Year honors while averaging 19.2 points per game with the Indiana Fever. Despite her impressive college career hinting at future success, there were opportunities for her basketball journey to take a different path. Clark demonstrated potential in multiple sports throughout his high school years, with a particular focus on football. Her love for basketball surpassed that of any other sport. Clark's football teammates were puzzled by her ability to fit in a challenging on-court training session after a full day of lessons, just before showing up for a match. The team faces the challenge of establishing a strong foundation and retaining their key veteran player, Kelsey Mitchell, on the roster. Krauskopf and White have clearly articulated their intentions, specifically raising concerns about the inexperienced team. However, out of those remaining, Clark displays the utmost enthusiasm. Unrivaled remains in the background for the time being. Stephanie White has returned to Indiana, bringing extensive WNBA coaching expertise to a franchise she knows well. However, her comeback prompted a flurry of inquiries regarding the dismissal of Christy Sides, who was believed to be reviving the team's progress. Now that there has been substantial speculation, Indiana Fever president Kelly Krauskopf is providing clarity on the matter. Upon joining the franchise in September, the president of basketball was entrusted with the responsibility of envisioning the future of the Fever, considering the next 3 to 5 years in advance. She asserts that the plan in hand will effectively guide us through the upcoming decade. Each department and role underwent thorough evaluation, with coaching integrated as a natural component. Sides was commended for her unwavering dedication, with acknowledgments of the exemplary job she and her team executed. She fulfilled all responsibilities required of her and went above and beyond expectations. This was not a case of Sides underperforming or falling short. Krauskopf highlighted Sides' adept navigation of a challenging inaugural year marked by heightened expectations and the arrival of impressive new talent, with a special mention of Caitlin Clark's immediate impact. The decision to separate was driven by the desire to move the team in a direction that only White, given her experience and ties to the franchise, could navigate them towards. Krauskopf described the opportunity to hire Steph as a result of a chance conversation, with speculation that she may not return to Connecticut. Indiana seized the opportunity to bring White back on board. Christy Sides, hired 2 years ago, faced a challenging role. She took over a team with one of the worst records among all North American sports teams, making the mission anything but a simple or swift solution. She helped steer the Fever out of a playoff drought and established a solid foundation for future success with the talented roster of Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston. However, the Fever believed waiting was not a feasible option. They identified an opportunity to enlist White, a seasoned coach who embodies the history and essence of the franchise, as Krauskopf described on the Locked On Women's Basketball podcast. Indiana believed the experienced Fever player was a more suitable match for their strategy of rapidly ascending to the top. Krauskopf's remarks vividly illustrated the situation. She possesses the requisite experience to guide us over the next 3 to 5 to 7 years. Without delay, she tackled the team's primary concern. Lynx's former coach has identified Fever's significant vulnerability as an absence of playoff experience within their roster. During her inaugural press conference in Indiana, she openly discussed the main challenge she identified for the team. A strong background in playoffs is of utmost significance. You never know what you don't know, she underscored. White stressed that assembling a successful roster goes beyond merely acquiring talent. It is crucial to find the perfect fit, particularly when considering their core 3 players. The Fever are seeking players who can enhance the skills of Clark, Mitchell, and Boston. She is currently collaborating with Krauskopf and the Fever staff to devise a strategy for bridging the gap. We were discussing players and evaluations before coming here, and ensuring quality depth will be crucial, she mentioned to Amber and Kelly. If the franchise can assemble the right combination of players, White's vision has the potential to achieve greatness. During her speech at the Women's Leadership Conference at the LPGA's the Annika Pro-Am, the 22-year-old reminisced about her high school days playing soccer on the varsity team. Despite her dedication to practicing and working out for basketball after school, her teammates would sometimes get upset before soccer games. They were amazed by my actions. I ultimately had to relinquish my passion for soccer, despite my deep affection for the sport. I believe my strong desire to improve drove my efforts. Clark's relentless work ethic is a defining characteristic that contributes to her success as one of the WNBA's standout stars. She attributes this to her time at Dowling High in West Des Moines, Iowa, where she juggled multiple activities simultaneously. I participated in a variety of sports during my school days, from soccer and softball to golf and track. My parents encouraged me to expend my energy through these activities, she shared. A social media account focused on WNBA athletes based in China posted a video featuring Mitchell endorsing the hotel where she is likely staying while in Asia. The video shared by the Chinese women's hoop show featured Kelsey Mitchell in a commercial for her hotel. Starting with a highlight reel of Mitchell's WNBA performances, the clip then shows her walking through the hotel towards the gym. Mitchell, a 28-year-old star, highlighted the exceptional hospitality, top-notch gym facilities, and welcoming atmosphere of the hotel. The most notable aspect of the video was the Ohio State alumna's unique approach to speaking, as she made an evident effort to convey her thoughts despite not appearing to be fluent in Mandarin. In addition, she does not usually endorse brands, which adds another dimension to this situation. Apart from her involvement with her Kel's Hoop organization, with which she holds a strong connection, Mitchell has not typically engaged in brand collaborations. The recent commercial in China suggests that she may be exploring new off-court opportunities soon. In addition to her on-court focus, Mitchell's WCBA team has a track record of attracting notable players, although they placed 7th in the standings last season. With the addition of the 8-year veteran, there is optimism that her involvement will improve outcomes. However, for fans of the Fever in Indianapolis, the main issue of interest is whether Kelsey Mitchell will be resigned, as she is currently a free agent. Mitchell, who joined the Indiana team in 2018, has consistently been their leading scorer every year except for her rookie season. However, she is currently without a contract and is now an unrestricted free agent. If Fever wishes to retain her services, they must take action by presenting her with a new contract. However, as an unrestricted free agent whose contract has expired, the decision now rests in the hands of the Fever. In order to retain her for the long term, they must take action and present her with a new contract. Concurrently, the team has experienced substantial changes, such as the appointment of a new head coach, Stephanie White, who is dedicated to rebuilding the team with the goal of winning championships. During White's introductory press conference and interviews, Mitchell's name received little mention, causing concern among fans. The focus was primarily on strategies involving Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Nonetheless, there remains optimism for Mitchell's future with the team. Fever beat reporter Scott Agnes has recently provided a positive development. I am unaware of Steph's opinions on Nalisa Smith, Kelsey Mitchell, Temi, Grace, and others. However, she made a reference to Aaliyah, Caitlin, and Kelsey. The three players are essential building blocks for this franchise, indicating a strong likelihood of their retention, stated the Fever reporter on X. In previous instances, Mitchell subtly suggested she may be considering leaving the Indiana Fever. Recent advancements and the strengthening relationship with teammate Caitlin Clark, particularly their close backcourt homie bond, have raised optimism that the veteran may decide to remain with the team. If Fever can present her with a favorable deal that suits her needs, fans may witness Mitchell extending her tenure with the team in the long run. Currently, she is occupied with her various commitments and new projects, such as filming commercials in China.